Hello friends, it's me. Shh. I'm sneaking in because it's been so long. Hopefully nobody noticed. Here you go, you lovely people. Hope you are doing so well. It's been an absolute, not even a hot minute. It's been 2 weeks, let's be honest. It's been way too long. And it's World Mental Health Day today. So I thought, why not use that as a bit of a stepping stone? I don't know what that is at all.
Dumbass.
As I said, it's World Mental Health Day today. And it's a very apt and poignant day to kind of come back. Why is it apt and poignant? Well, let me tell you a little story.
Really, Daddy?
Over the last couple of weeks or so, 3 weeks, I've had a bit of a mental health slump. Started off quite gently, but kind of went down. And I didn't really show this to people who I was interacting with through work and stuff like that. But I was having a bit of a tough time.
What a story.
This sort of thing does happen when you deal with a mental health condition. And yet it always surprises me, and that really pisses me off.
I didn't like it.
Because it's so frustrating. I know it's going to come again at some point. But when it does, it's always out the blue, and it's like, oh, it's so annoying, frustrating, and just does my fucking head in. But that said, this time, I think I caught it early, a bit better, and was able to just think a bit better and channel those negative thoughts into a better way. I did a lot of sleeping, to be honest. I didn't really do much, but I didn't slump as bad as I have done in the past and perhaps could have done this time. I am getting better at that, and so, you know, it is a process and we all handle things in our own ways, but I would definitely recommend, if you do find yourself going in a bit of a slump, then just step back from it and realise that's what it is, because it is a bit of a roller coaster of a life, really, to be honest, and a process, and just sort of step back from things and go,
okay, this is one of those slumps. It's going to be like this for a week, couple of weeks, possibly, maybe less, maybe more.
But just recognise that's what it is. It's not everything's gone to shit now, it's all over. No, it's just a temporary slump, temporary blip, and it will get better.
Well, that's just as fascinating as the first 89 times you told me that.
So that all said, I want to look at and talk about the whole concept of World Mental Health Day, and really, is it a good thing? Initially you think, well, obviously it's a good thing, because it's bringing focus, it's bringing attention, it's bringing awareness of mental health conditions and people that struggle and deal with that. So how can it not be a good thing?
I don't know.
The issue I have is that when you have this focus, this big almost publicity campaign and advertising campaign, and just this big massive focus on this kind of thing, a lot of people will jump on that because it's a trending subject, and it's easy to get views, it's easy to get clicks and sales or whatever it may be based on that hashtag or based on that subject. Now, on one hand, that's not necessarily a bad thing, because as I said, it's raising awareness, it's bringing focus to something that needs to be less stigmatized and less shut away. But on the other hand, it's also diluting the rest of the year and the rest of the time. So it's all attention now, and then it will die down again. It's a tough one, because it literally is a balance, because we want awareness, we want understanding and acceptance almost on our terms. I know that doesn't make sense, but we want the right kind of awareness and the right kind of acceptance, not just some trending hashtag that people can jump on to further perhaps things that aren't necessarily related.
Is math related to science?
And I suppose it is a balance between the two, because you can't have one without the other. That's my issue with this kind of thing. And whilst I support it wholeheartedly and I think it's amazing, there is that side of me which is a bit, yeah, not quite feeling it.
Very tricky.
And I guess this is perhaps my issue with charity in general.
Wait, what?
I feel it's important to have charities for whatever the causes are. That's fundamentally sometimes the only funding and the only support they get. These things should be funded full stop. But whilst you've got a charity funding it, then the people who should be funding it don't have to.
That's ridiculous.
I'm not saying I'm against charity, but it's the same idea, same argument. The other thing is, when you've got a mental health condition and when you're dealing with that, every day is Mental Health Awareness Day. It's not just one day a year or 1 week a year. It's every day you're dealing with it. There's almost that...
Well, what about the other 364 days a year? Is that not worth awareness?
I'm very, very divided in the whole idea of World Mental Health Day. Now, if you are new here, I make videos every Monday and Thursday. Kind of. Whoops. on how life can be interesting, it can be fun, it can be just ridiculous and not take it seriously if you are dealing with any kind of anxiety and depression. And if you do like that kind of stuff and want to come along for the ride, make sure you hit that subscribe button, click the bell notification, and if you're liking this video so far, then maybe you'll just give that like button a little tickle. I'd really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Now, one of my issues with this single day of awareness is that when you're part of a group, a tribe if you like, of like-minded people, us from the Sad and Mad Land,
I'm already hearing voices!
you sort of want that to be the group and you don't want outsiders because you all understand the good and the bad and the ugly of that condition, and you've got that sort of empathy with each other, and it's all that common understanding.
Sweet.
Now, as soon as that becomes much more mainstream, it sort of dilutes that camaraderie and that support of each other. But the thing is, by making it much more mainstream and much more acceptable, it makes it better for everyone concerned. And the balance is between wanting to be that group, that tribe, that collection of like-minded people who've got empathy for each other because they understand each other's issues and concerns and struggles, with the bigger society in the world accepting that condition as a normal thing, not a problem. There's no discrimination, there's no stigmatism with it. It's just normal and fine.
Good.
I guess you can't really have it both ways, or maybe you can. Maybe this is just me and my own craziness. Oh, shit. Maybe it is just me then.
An idiot.
That whole idea of that community, that sort of group of support is reassuring. It's comforting to know that there are other people like you dealing with the same sort of shit, and you know they just get you. But the problem with that small group is then it naturally distances itself away from the bigger society in the world.
You must be kidding, aren't you?
Which is completely opposite of what we want as a group. Christ, I am proper mental. But hopefully you get my point. The power and the support within a community or a small group
5 minutes later.
seems to be dissolved and diminished by the wider acceptance of that group. I don't even know if that makes sense anymore. Now let me know your thoughts in the comments on World Mental Health Day and this conundrum that I seem to be in, because I've now no idea what's going on. That's part of being from the Sad and Mad Land, I guess.
You're a freak.
If you haven't subscribed already, I would really appreciate it. You can do that down here, and the lovely people at YouTube have recommended this video for you. And remember, don't take life too seriously. There's enough weird shit that you can laugh at. Until next time, support World Mental Health Day. I'll see you guys. Take care. Bye-bye.